Clear channel. Mixed messages. Clear signal. Today's topic is signal. I'm going to make today's topic because I'm going to choose. Now I could talk about my face. I could talk about the economy. I could talk about collagen, hyaluronic acid, alpha lipoic acid, I could talk about bone supplements, the collagen tablets there. I could talk about anything. So, we're going to talk about signals. What signal are you putting out that others are receiving? And also, are you putting out a weak signal? Are you putting out weakness? Are you putting out a strong signal of weakness, or a weak signal of strength? Or are you putting out a holographic signal? Are you putting out a signal disruptors? A signal clone? Messaging. Speak clear. Don't be wishy-washy. Certain people are better at that than others. Certain people are just concise, clear, with a hint of comedy. I like listening to people like Rams Paul, for instance, on YouTube. He's kind of got this witty insight to these different topics that just kind of hit the spot, basically, right? Like the other day, he was talking about Mike Pence. Mike Pence can't spell God because he wrote out the lettering G with a dash for the O, then a D. So he didn't want to write out God. Now, the word God is just not a reference to the biblical God necessarily, the vengeful, jealous God. But the word God could mean anything. Could be, multiple gods. There's a word for that. What's it called? When you worship multiple entities. What's that word? So the word God itself shouldn't be offensive to anybody, even if the person is offended by Christianity, so to speak. The word God itself doesn't really. It could mean anything you want it to mean, right? Higher power, whatever. So yeah, he did a video saying that Mike Pence can't spell God. That was pretty funny. I liked it. But he said he was appeasing Jewish interests that are kind of anti-Christianity. Of course, the Jewish religion, they believe, or is it in the Talmud, that Jesus Christ is boiling in hot excrement. That's an awful lot of hatred for somebody who didn't exist or whatever, this or that. That's just putting something out like that is just kind of, that shows a lot of hate. That's a really large amount of hate for somebody for whatever reason. They had to put that in there. I know a lot of evangelicals, they pretty much worship Israel and the Jewish religion or the Jewish people. I don't know if it's one and the same or there's a difference there. Because you can be a secular Jew and not be religious but still be Jewish, even though Jewish is a religion. And I know Benjamin Friedman goes into this. Basically, Benjamin Friedman calls Judaism a religion, nothing else. He says that the Khazarian Babylonians or whatever that worshipped Moloch converted to Judaism because they were so bad, but I don't know. People, there's a lot of different theories. I mean, Christianity is a religion, not a race, that's for sure. Muslim is a religion, but it's mainly Arabic people, but there are also non-Arabic Middle Eastern people that are Muslim also, but for the most part it's Arabic, Middle Eastern religion. Christianity, on the other hand, it kind of spans a lot of different racial categories, genetic categories. But back to the signaling, clear signal. And trust, trust is important. When somebody says something, can we believe what they say? Can somebody believe what you say? And when you say you're going to do something, that's why we have credit scores, because people make promises and then they break them, and then they say, well, you said you were going to do this, but then you didn't do it. So now we're just going to attach this little thing you did to your credit record, and this is going to look bad on your credit history. Broken promises, full of broken promises. Does that sound like some politicians maybe? Possibly. Or other politicians say, you know what, I'm going to ruin the country, I'm going to raise taxes, I'm going to try to take away your guns. And that's my platform. There's people who say that, they want to elect me, I'm going to take away all your freedom, raise your taxes, and take away your guns, and vote for me. Of course, I think there is a lot of voter fraud, especially in California. I don't think Californians voted for a gas tax, for instance, for the roads. I mean, isn't there already a tax for that, for roads, really? So I think there's a lot of corruption, a lot of voter fraud, especially in California. So Yeah, just talking about signals, signaling. You get a signal, you got a receiver, and then you got a transmitter. So the transmitter would be somebody sending a signal, right? And the person listening, what are you saying? The bad connection. What do you say? What do you mean? Do you mean what you say? Look, I told you what I meant. I said it clearly. But you don't trust me, you don't believe me. I keep saying it. Are you calling me a liar? Look, if we're gonna keep doing this, maybe we shouldn't talk. If you don't trust me, you don't trust what I say. You got issues, past relationships, past whatever. You got baggage, basically, right? You got too much baggage. You're too fucked up. You're a real piece of work. Yeah, clear channel, clear signal from A to B. Good communication. Every word received is taken as absolute truth. And absolute faith, and confidence. You don't belong to the world. You're not everybody's, right? You're not for sale or for rent to the highest bidder.